It's the Books Friday, guys. And that's what we're doing. We're going to cook the books. We're going to stick it to them, guys. All right, let's get into it, man. I have a MGM watch party for the Norway-France game I got to get to here in the next hour and a half. And I live about 30 miles out, or not 30 miles, about 30 minutes outside the city. So I need to get up that way right now. Going to be a rapid fire show. We're not going to deep dive into the data. I know sometimes you guys really, really love that, especially on my lives. Guys, why, especially when you guys want to bet a favorite and I'm on an underdog. And I will have some underdogs today. I will try to do my best to just quick shoot you the ERA, the reason why, and maybe a ranking or two. But guys, look, Andrew Abbott has been really good this season. Sub 4 ERA. Paul Skeens is 2-7 in the last 9 starts. The Pirates are. They're not winning with Skeens on the mound. It's not like Skeens isn't playing well. Skeens has had a couple rough starts, but he's still playing well. He's still an elite pitcher. He's not throwing absolute gas every single game, but Paul Skeens is still Paul Skeens. In this spot here, I'm going to lay the run line -1.5. It's a ballsy move, but give me the Pirates here, -1.5 on the run line, and that's where we're going to go. Just remember, guys, before we dive any further into the slate, this is Blowout Alert. You can get this in the descriptions tab by clicking on the Blowout link. It is built by Sports FBI. You let the Sharps do the investigating for you. All right, get the reads, get the plays. All this data here, unlock Pro today for $19. And before we go any further, where we're locking those plays. ONYX Odds, spend 10, get 200. Hell of a deal, hell of a book. You can get pretty much any type of wager that you can get on FanDuel, DraftKings, any of those across the board. Now let's get right back into it. Use code word on the ball. This is in the descriptions tab as well. All right, guys, back into the slate. Like I said, we're going to do rapid fire here. Up at the top of this Blowout Alert, you will see there is a watch list over here to the right. We switched the location on me. I think it used to be over to the left, but that's what happens when you do updates, guys. You update some stuff and things move around sometimes. We got Spanish now, guys. Like, if you guys need Spanish and you prefer to read in Spanish, we have it right here. You can just click this little, boom, English to Spanish. How cool is that? All right. All right, guys. So we're going to go run line, Pirates. Into the next one, Houston Astros, Detroit Tigers. We've got Spencer Getty in Montero. I don't love this game in general, but dude, look, Getty has been good. I know he's had some times here over the last 4 or 5 games where it's going in the wrong direction. And for that sake of the matter, I'm going to go with Montero, who hasn't been moving in as bad of a direction as Getty. Detroit Tigers here, they still have really good bats. One of the worst teams in the league as far as driving in offensive runs, but I still believe guys like McConaughey, Dingler, Riley Green, Matt Verling, Torkelson, Colt Keith, all those guys can get to a guy like Getty, especially if he's having control issues today. So give me the Detroit Tigers here on the money line. We'll keep it moving. All right, Washington Nationals, Baltimore Orioles. I love what I've seen out of Alvarez. I told you guys this the last couple times. We're 2-0 since I started calling out Alvarez. Trevor Rogers, 6.87 ERA. I don't want to be on the side of the Orioles. I know they're in Camden tonight. Orioles play better at home. Give me the Washington Nationals in these hot bats to continue what they've been doing on the plus money line at +119. Next one up, we got Texas Rangers in Toronto. You've got Patrick Corbin on the mound and Nathan Eovaldi. I think it's a wash in this matchup for the pitching facts. But then you got these bats going on over here. I think the bats are a little bit better for Toronto. I know the Rangers did get a win last night, but I just trust a little bit more in the Toronto Blue Jays on this side of things. So give me the Blue Jays here on the money line, and we'll keep it moving. All right, next up, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, where Nick Martinez is in reverse at the moment. Over the last 4 or 5 games, he has been regressing from his sub-2 ERA. Zach Gallen has been playing a lot of better stuff here lately, but I think he's gettable. I would be a dummy here to go to the Diamondbacks. I know it feels like a sharp play here today with Martinez trending in the wrong direction, and Zach Gallen, I know he came off of this really bad one, so it's hard for me to say trending in the right direction. He just hasn't really played all that well. I know his strikeout stuff has been decent, modest at times. I shouldn't even say decent. His last 5 games just hasn't been good. They just haven't been good, flat out. I don't want any parts of this Arizona Diamondbacks who have one of the worst offenses in the month of June. They had one of the best in the month of May. Give me the Tampa Bay Rays here on the money line. We'll keep it moving. All right. Yankees, Red Sox, we're records, we're skill level, where nothing makes a difference. And we saw that yesterday. Look, this series, throw it all out the window. Data doesn't matter. Pitchers don't matter. Hitters don't matter. Hitting lefties, hitting righties, doesn't matter. This series is a weird series. That's why last time this series happened, we were on the Red Sox and won 2 times at plus money. Wish we'd have went to that side yesterday because we did recommend the Yankees. We were on the Yankees and the Yankees lost. Look, I know Tolly's been good. He's been solid, but I prefer Will Warren in this spot. I think that this is a bounce back game here for the Yankees. I want to be on the Yankees side right now at minus 112 in Fenway. I don't see the Yankees dropping 2 in a row, so give me the Yankees on the money line. All right, next one up. Good play on the board today, I think. It's the Philadelphia Phillies lay the run line against the Mets. It looks like they just shipped out David Pederson, one of their better pitchers. Juan Soto's now hurt, out of the lineup. There's still to be determined on who they start today. I believe it'll probably be a bullpen pitcher. Look, this team is in shambles. The fire sale is going to start. I don't believe we see any upside from the Mets at this point. Season is lost. This feels like a great spot where you want to be on the Phillies. They've won 9 straight games now with Zach, or maybe 8-1 with Zach Wheeler out of the last 9 with him on the mound. Phillies roll in. Out of those games, the Philly has covered all the run lines. I believe they cover the run line again today, minus 1.5. Give me the Phillies minus 1.5 run line plus money play, and let's keep it moving. All right. Next one up, we got the Mariners. Guardians. Cantillo has been phenomenal. 11-2 in his starts this season. Sub 4 ERA. Tanner Bybee, not so much. Cantillo, yes sir, great player. Gavin Williams, Parker Messick. They've got some solid pitchers in this lineup, man. But I like Cantillo here. I'm not going to fade Cantillo. I'm not going to fade the Guardians. The bats have been a little stale lately for the Mariners. I think the Guardians can grind one out here. Cantillo keeps it lower scoring. I lean the under, but I also want to play the money line here with the Guardians. All right. Let's keep that moving now into the next one. Kansas City Royals taking on the White Sox. I believe it's going to be Kolek today. So last time I checked the MLB.com, it looked like both of these starting pitchers were to be determined, but I believe it's going to be Kolek today. And with that said, I like Kolek. I think he has a bounce back spot. He's been a solid pitcher for this Kansas City Royals team. I know these bats are scary with the Chicago White Sox, but I like what the Royals have been doing with their bats here a little bit more recently. Give me the Royals on the money line. I think there's good value there as well on that play at plus money. All right, next one up, Cubs, Brewers. Cubs have been one of them teams, man, this year. They made a little bit of a push in these last couple series and games they've been in, but they're facing the Miz tonight. I'm not going to water this down. I'm not going to talk about bats. I'm not going to talk about home runs and mismatches. I think if you want to look up here at the engine edges, starting pitcher quality edge, 1.31 versus 5, man. Like, that's all there is to it. I know it's saying key injuries with Ben Brown and Edward Cabrera, but they're pitchers. They're not playing. Colin Reyes getting the start. Reyes got almost a 5 ERA. I think that these bats can get to Reyes, and not many bats are going to get to Miz. So give me the Brewers here. I'll lay the run line minus 1.5, and I'll keep it moving. All right, Colorado taking on the Twins. Sugano's on the mound. Look, they just beat the Dodgers with Sugano on the mound. And my point in case is this. When you got a guy like Sugano who's playing really good ball, sub 4 ERA, and I know Taj Bradley has played well. He had a really good outing last game. But look, he's had tendencies at times in that small little stretch to give up multiple earned runs. I think that the Colorado Rockies are worth a shot. It's not a big play. It's not something I would parlay. It's not something I would say hammer home. But I think it's worth a shot. You want to throw 1 unit at this thing or something like that, or a half a unit just to sprinkle and have some action on it. I think it's worth a shot. You know, Colorado Rockies plus 146, I think it is, with Sugano on the mound. They've played really well in his starts. They've won majority of them. So give me Sugano and the Rockies today on the money line here at plus money, and we will keep it fucking moving. All right, Miami Marlins taking on the Cardinals. We've got my boy, Max Meyer. Absolute stud this season, throwing strikeout stuff every single game. Give me Max Meyer for 6 Ks today. Give me the Miami Marlins minus 108 on the money line. I know they're facing Michael McGreevy, who's been great, or if they put in Dustin May, been great. Bats for the Cardinals, great. Busch Stadium home advantage. I know that in this case here, blowout alert is going to be pointing to the Cardinals on this one with a huge edge. So starting pitcher, home venue edge. You know, they're saying Max Meyer pitches better at home than on the road. He is on the road. They have the better starting pitcher in McGreevy over Max Myers with a better FIP, just slightly, 2.3 versus 3.2. But look, man, I like the bats here in this Miami order. I like Max Myers. This is sometimes it's an emotional thing as well, and you got to detach emotion and sometimes be like, hey, look, we were on the Cardinals yesterday. Game got voided. I liked McGreevy there. I like Max Myers more. I like Max. We're 8-0. 8-0. Haven't lost a Max Myers start this season every time we play him. This could be the spot. I mean, there's a heavy edge to the Cardinals. But I just think that Max Myers has been one of the better pitchers in the MLB this season. good strikeout stuff, low ERA. Those Miami Marlins bats have been hitting really well. This should be a great grind it out game. I do like the Marlins here on the money line. I think they do enough to get one late. So give me the Marlins money line here, and we will keep it going and running and moving and cashing some fucking slips, because that's what on the ball does. On the ball spreads does. So we're gonna book the one way here with the Angels against the Athletics. I like the Athletics, or not the Athletics, the Angels here, guys. Well, shit, the last time I did that, the other team won. You know, I was watching a replay of my show a week ago, and I stuttered on the Cleveland Guardians and whoever they were taking on, and I said Guardians. And no, I don't like the Guardians. I like this team. Guardians ended up winning that game. But so I should have just not stuttered. So now I got myself second guessing. No, look, I'm going with the Angels. That was my original read. Blowout Alert's going with the Angels. And we'll go up here and take a look at why on the engine edges really fast. So they've got the home field advantage with the Los Angeles Angels. Better starting pitcher is going to be JT Ginn. I agree with that. JT Ginn has had some good stuff this season. He hasn't had really any big blow-up games. They have had a better run differential here with the Los Angeles Angels over the last 10 games. Reed Detmers, I don't believe he's getting the start. I believe it's Urena. But if it was Detmers, I would be even more on these Angels here. But yeah, give me the Angels here, plus money on the money line. Great value. Today's a great value day. You want to probably take 2 or 3 of these plus money plays, put them together, see what happens. Probably 3-leg plus 1,000, can't beat it. All right, so here we go. Dodgers, San Diego. We're going San Diego Padres with Walker Buehler on the mound. I know Sasaki is on the bump. Sasaki has played really, really well. But in that case, guys, I want to be on the better team at home. They're on a 5-game win streak. They just swept the Braves. Walker Buehler has done a decent enough job. I know he's got a 5 ERA, but if you really look at his earned runs, he doesn't give up a ton. He's over the last 5 games has been under his average substantially. Sasaki, you know, he has a tendency to walk some batters at times, put guys on. He does got good strikeout stuff, but Sasaki showed us some control issues. This is a pitcher-friendly ballpark at Petco where the Padres do play better. I think they can lean on their bullpen. If they can get 5 solid innings out of Buehler, it sets up well for the Padres. The Dodgers don't have as good of a bullpen as the Padres do. I think the Padres could grind out a close one here. I want to be on the money line side of things, the plus money play with the San Diego Padres, and I'll keep it moving to the last one, guys. Look, guys, we were on the Giants yesterday for that early game. They had no reason to lose. 6-2. Gave up 4 runs in the top of the 9th to lose it to the A's. Giants just continue to show me they have a very bad bullpen and they don't hit the ball consistently. I know the Braves are one of the worst offensive teams in the month of June, but I don't want to be on the Giants side of things as little as I have to be, right? Like, that was a good play for the Giants yesterday with the A's, with their starter. I know McDonald's on the mound today for the Braves. Not the Braves, but for the Giants. I don't want any part of the Giants, man. They're one of those teams, them and the Red Sox guys, they're going to lose you more money than they win you. And that's all there is to it. It's just, there's going to be games they get you wins, but it's a 162-game season, and if you take them too often, you're going to lose money. I want to be on the Braves side of things. This feels like a bounce-back spot. Braves need to get right here against the struggling Giants team. All right, that's it. That's the slate, guys. We banged it out in under 15 minutes today for a full-blown recap. Once again, this is Blowout Alert. It's in the descriptions tab. It is one of the best in the business. We've got FIFA now. It's live and active for free. You can go over here and take a look at who dominates what half, game flows. You know what I mean? Take a screenshot of this little thing right here, feed that to your AI, and it'll tell you exactly who's going to win what half because both these teams dominate each half. So, yeah, man, I'm excited to see and watch this one. I'm heading down to the watch party now, wrap this show up, and that's where we'll go. So let's just take a quick look at one value play for you guys and one home run. So let's take a look. I think that pitching matchup wise, he's got a weak pitching matchup. Let's see. Carter Jensen might not be a bad look. He's hitting the ball really well recently. Take Carter Jensen for a hit. Take Paul Goldschmidt. Maybe take Paul Goldschmidt. Tolly's been pretty solid. Dylan Dingler for 2 total bases. That's where you're going to go. Hit you're going to go hit for Carter Jensen. Give Dylan Dingler or Paul Goldschmidt a look for total bases. And then on a signal play for home runs, I kind of like Hunter Goodman today. Is he on the list at all? Top 10. Looks like you got Schwarber on there. Caminero, obviously, after going fucking crazy yesterday. Caglione, Akamoto. I kind of like him today. I think this could be a good spot for Akamoto. And Curtis Meade could be a good look as well out there in Camden. What else do we got? Dansby, Byron, Juan Soto's out. Goldschmidt, PCA, Harper, CJ. I'll dive in, guys. If you want my premium plays, they're in the Winible link. I'll have 4 home run parlays drop today, so you can go ahead and sign up today for the MLB Pass or my Silver or Elite. They should have home runs in them as well. But that's it, guys. That's the show. I appreciate y'all. Book the one way. See y'all next time.